But I hope you people are doing well. So today we are going to read another news about India and US tariffs. So Wall, Wall Street weighs latest twist as US appeals court rules Trump's tariffs illegal. So September 2nd, US investors returning from Labor Day break on Tuesday were hit with fresh uncertainty in trade policy after a federal appeals court ruled most of President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs illegal. The court allowed the tariffs to remain in place through October 14 to give the Trump administration a chance to file an appeal with the US Supreme Court. Most market participants said they were in a wait and watch mode for now, as the case is expected to head to the US Supreme Court, but brewing uncertainty adds to markets list of worries, including concerns around Federal Reserve's independence and creating risk of US stagflation. Wall Street's main indexes fell about 1% on Tuesday, while longer-dated US Treasury bond yields jumped on fiscal worries. Trump's Trump's steep tariffs on trading partners triggered market volatility in early April, but clearer tariff guidance and hopes of rate cuts have since helped push stocks back stocks back towards record highs. It's nothing we are trading off. We have just got to let it play out, said Jim Bayard, Chief Investment Officer at Planet Plante Morgan Financial Advisor. What it what it will mean in the near term remains to be seen. How will our trade partners react to that? How quickly will this make its way through the Supreme Court now? Lots of questions, not a lot of answers. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said on Monday he was confident about the Supreme Court would uphold Trump's use of emergency powers to impose broad tariffs, but said the administration has a backup plan if it doesn't. Tariffs are core belief of current administration, and we think it makes sense of assume that tariffs, one way or another, are likely to remain a part of the U.S. equity market backdrop of foreseeable future. RCB head of U.S. equity strategy Lori Calvasina said in a note. Okay, apart from this, so we are going to read another news. Okay. Kim Modi when he was in China. Okay, so we need to wait for some time till the time it's opening. We can open another news. Okay, BBC page we can load. Yeah, Hindustan Times. PM Modi's meeting with Kai as a message to anti-India batters in China. Kaiqui's right-hand man of President Xi Jinping, he rarely meets foreign visitors. In the power circles of Chinese Communist Party, he is known as a man who doesn't smile, known as the right-hand man of Chinese President Xi Jinping. Kai Qi is the most sought-after man by foreign diplomats in Beijing, but he is out of bounds, bounds for most. Yet President Xi asked him to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and discuss India-China ties, literally triggering a major diplomatic earthquake in Tianjin. Kai, who wears multiple hats in CPC and is a feared man in Beijing, met PM Modi for over 45 minutes discussing how to normalize ties between two Asian giants, and he smiled. Before the start of dialogue, Kai reportedly told PM Modi that he had been tasked to give lunch to him, but then I was told that you are not into eating. During the entire SA summit, Kai did not openly meet any visiting leader and was present at PM Modi presidency bilaterally meeting the same day. Although nothing classified was discussed during PM Modi Kai meeting, the engagement has sent signals to all anti-India voters in China as Kai carries respect and the communist nation that Kai was asked to meet PM Modi by President Xi bodes well for bilateral ties that have now speeded towards normalization. Kai is the first ranking member of Secretariat of Communist Party of China, member of Politburo Standing Committee, but ranks do not matter, only proximity to the paramount leaders. While the close ties between China and Pakistan are a matter of serious concern to India, New Delhi can't hold its bilateral ties with China hostage to Pakistan engagement. It has decided to normalize ties step by step with China and move towards pre-May 2020 level with a stable and tranquil border being at the center of the relationships. This also means that India and China will be covering a multiple later global issues like terrorism, climate change, and fair trade. Given the history of border friction between the two giants, the step towards a max level military dialogue at the commanders level will help sort out border issue without delay and also help in demarcating the non-contentious portions of border. The bilateral meetings with President Xi and strongman Kai Qi on the sidelines of SU summit fuel hope of stable ties between the two countries over military rivals just 5 years ago. Okay, so apart from this, we will read some news from this BBC. Okay, okay. So another news arrives from North Korea's Kim Jong Un. He also arrives in Beijing. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has arrived in Chinese capital Beijing along with his daughter Kim Joo-a to attend China's largest ever military parade, The Victory Day parade on Wednesday will see him rub shoulders with China's Xi Jinping, Russia's Vladimir Putin, or other world leaders. Photos showed Kim stepping off his armored train at Beijing railway station, accompanied by his daughter. South Korea's spy agency has previously said she was Kim's most likely successor. CZ is hosting the parade to mark the 80th anniversary of formal surrender of the Japanese at the end of the World War II. Kim crossed into China on Tuesday on board his train, which is said to include a restaurant serving fine French wines and dishes like fresh lobster. He left Pyongyang on Monday, but the train heavy protection means it travels slowly. Ms. Kim has appeared in public frequently alongside her father since she made her debut in November 2022. Details about her are very limited, however, there are conflicting reports regarding her age. In 2023, South Korea's National Intelligence Services said it believed she was around 10 years old. Chinese parade comes at the significant moment for Xi, and he seeks to assert Beijing's economic and diplomatic might on international stage. As Donald Trump's tariffs destabilized the global trade order, Xi endeavored to cast China as a stable trading partner. The parade in Beijing represents a chance for Xi to showcase his country's growing ability to rival the US in any conflict. The 70-minute event is likely to feature China's latest weaponry, including hundreds of aircraft, tanks, anti-drone systems. The first time its military's new force structure is being fully showcased and parade. CZ will stand shoulder to shoulder with Kim and Russia's Putin in the apparent show of solidarity with both aggressor in Ukraine war. Kim has supplied both weapons and troops to Russia, which launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. They will be among 26 other heads of state, including leaders from Iran, Cuba, as tens of thousands of military march in march in formation through Beijing's historic Tian, Tiananmen Square. Leaders from Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, and Vietnam are also invited, further proof of Beijing's efforts to bolster ties with neighboring neighboring Southeast Asia. Kim's attendance marks the first time a North Korean leader has been present at the Chinese military parade in decades. The last time this happened was when his grandfather, the founder of North Korea, Kim second son, Kim second son, attended in 1959. Just one EU leader will be attending. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico, while Bulgaria and Hungary will send representatives. China has not criticized Putin's full-scale invasion and has been accused by West of aiding Russia's war effort through its supply of dual-use materials and purchase of Russian oil. Beijing denies this. Following their meeting on Tuesday, Putin described Xi as dear friend, while Chinese state media described relations as exemplary, with Trump still without concrete commitments from Putin on possible peace deal in Ukraine. Xi's welcome for Russian leader appears to demonstrate their close ties. Kim's attendance is an upgrade from China's last victory day parade in 2015, when Pyongyang sent one of its top officials, Choi Ryong-hai. The reclusive leader rarely travels abroad, with his recent contact with world leaders limited to Putin, who he has he's, he has met twice since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He last visited Beijing in 2019 for an event marking the 70th anniversary of diplomatic ties between the countries. That trip also saw him travel by train. The tradition of traveling via train was started by Kim's grandfather, Kim Kim Tu-sun, who took his own train trips to Vietnam and Eastern Europe. Kim's father, Kim's father, Kim Jong II, traveled by traveled by train as well as he was reportedly afraid of flying. According to one South Korean news outlet, the armored train has around 90 carriages, including conference room, audience chambers, and bedrooms. Okay, so that was it for the day. Okay, thank you for listening me carefully and with patience. So now I just want to say that please subscribe my channel so that you can receive the notification as soon as I upload the video. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification icon, notification bells, and so that you can receive all the videos notification with whichever I will upload.